Hello there! I accidentally opened the can of pop before I started recording. Oh well. I'm Scotty. You're not. Yes, 28 years later. Finally! Said everyone who's a fan of this franchise. I am a fan, but I am not a long standing fan. You know what I mean? Like, I watched the first one 28 days later back, 3 years ago or so, when I did it was one of the Pick 10 horror things. And I really like this movie. I think it's pretty good. And then I did 28 weeks later, last year or whatever it was. 2 years ago, whatever it was. I don't know. I think this movie's okay. Everyone says this is better than the first one. With consideration of this one, I still like this the best. There's a thing with me in the first films and franchises where I kind of like them more. I don't know. This is still my favorite. Even though it looks like someone peed on a camera negative, it's fine. And of course, everyone's been waiting for 28 months later, which they kept saying, we're going to get. Never happened. Kept waiting. And finally, they're like, hey, Danny Boyle and Alex Garland are coming back to direct and write a new installment in this franchise. Cool. It's going to be called 28 Years Later. So what happened to 28 months later? And the first thought was, okay, I get it. Actors are older. You're going to have to compensate for that. Say 28 years later, cool. Then we can, accommodate for the actors' age. There's no returning actors in this movie, which concerned me when the trailer came out, and I'm trying to find something. You got Aaron Taylor Johnson, that's cool. I mean, he just kind of flopped with Craven, but he's a good actor when there's not going on. By the way, Alexander Nivoli even said he had no idea what that noise was. He didn't make that noise. It was something I put in post. But, yeah. I don't think Craven is as terrible as everyone says it is. But I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. Have fun with those kind of movies. Don't just go, they're crap. They're stupid. Have fun. Aaron Taylor Johnson is here. Ralph Fiennes is in this movie. And then you have what people thought was a zombie. Oh, we'll get to that. Believe me, we'll get to that. A zombie Cillian Murphy. And everyone started flipping out. Oh my god, they turned him into a zombie. He's infected. They made him infected. For some people who just won't accept the zombie. He's infected. He's zombie. He's infected. Whatever. He's a rage infected. Whatever. It got so bad that they had to actually course correct and say, no, that's not Cillian Murphy. Guys, that's not Cillian Murphy. It's this guy here. I had to put out a news article about this guy, who's only in the movie for like 5 minutes, if even. They had to put out, because that's when I realized they had to do it to course correct, because everyone thought it was Cillian Murphy. They put out this news article about this guy playing this character. You watch the movie, barely in the movie, right? And then, just a little further, but like the trailer for the next film in this franchise, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, came out. And I watched the trailer, and I'm like, okay, so where's Cillian Murphy? Because you said he would come back for the last two. Now I've read up on this. Oh, he's just going to come back for a cameo in the next one to set up his appearance in the third one. Hey, guess what? We're not going to already film the third one like we did this one. You want a third one? Go see the second one. Give us money, bitches. Yeah. As much as I do not like the Strangers trilogy they're doing, they at least had the balls to film all 3 parts to give us what they're intending. Who knows if that third one's even going to come out in theaters? They'll probably just drop it to streaming or something. Because they're hearing even worse things about Chapter 2, which I was... But at least they had the balls to film all 3. Here, they're like, no, we want money first. We want you... We knew you were going to flock to see this one. Now you have to go do the same thing to the second one if you want the third one. I swear to God, if you set up Jim's Return at the end of the second one, no one goes to see this fucking thing, and we don't get a third one, fuck you to all you people who didn't show up. I don't have a choice. Alright? I can't get to a theater unless I have a ride. And the guy, my friend, who could be my ride, don't like horror movies. So, that'd be hard to convince him of that. And even the plot that you see from the trailer, it appears it's going to be a father and son fighting off the infected zombies together and trying to get from point A to point B. That sort of situation. That would be kind of cool. You know, I'm a father. Kind of see that. No, that's like 20 minutes of the movie. What it is, essentially, is the kid is taking his mother, played by Jodie Comer, his ill mother, to find a doctor in the infected zone to treat her. That's what it is. But even that's a small part of the movie because there's so much in here. There is so much in this movie. It's 2 hours long. Shave off a half hour. You know? Maybe The Bone Temple is an hour and a half only. You know? Every movie should be an hour and a half. People are like, oh, but if it deserves to be... No movie deserves to be over an hour and a half. 2 hours is fine if it works. Honestly, I don't know. Well, there is one thing you can take out. The party scene where it's revealed that Dad, Aaron Taylor Johnson, is cheating on the sick mom with someone else. Why does that sound so familiar? Why does it sound... Mom is sick and you're just going to bang someone else? I know that's from a movie, but I can't put my finger on what that is. Can anyone out there tell me, what is that? It's The Uninvited. It's The Uninvited. There's another one, too. There's another one, too, where they do that. The Uninvited. Right? And the kid gets... Well, at least he didn't set the place on fire. But anyway... Yeah. And the beginning of this film, while it sets up a character for the next movie, I don't know that it was even necessary to start with this. Because we start off with this kid at the start of the infection 28 years ago. Teletubbies are on the TV because they got to keep going back to that. And this kid, this little blonde boy, is running away from stuff. He ends up at the church where he meets his father. I think it's his father. And his father's like, oh, the end times have come. How glorious. And he's just going to accept this as he gives the kid the cross. And then the kid runs off as the dad is mauled by zombies. Yes, zombies. I can justifiably say this because they call them zombies in the movie. Yes, so all you people, all you naysayers who said they're not actually zombies, I refer you to Dr. Cox. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And if you want to be stubborn and still not classify them as zombies, that's fine. You're still wrong, but that's fine. That's fine. Still wrong though, but it's fine. So yeah, so I assumed this kid was a young Aaron Taylor Johnson because that kind of fits the age range. Aaron Taylor Johnson was a kid in 2002. In 2003, he played young Charlie Chaplin in Shanghai Nights. So I figured he was around that age. So then we fast forward and we follow Aaron Taylor Johnson and this other kid. So I figured that's who that was supposed to be. Up until the end of the movie where they just sort of pulled the rug out from under you. You know, went, oh, uh-huh, okay. Anyway, so then we follow Aaron Taylor Johnson and the kid, and so apparently, this island where they're at is free from infection, but if they go to the mainland UK, it's still infected. So they go out there to hunt and shit. He's teaching this kid how to hunt. and everything. And I guess he does a successful thing, and then they have a big party, and then like he starts fucking this chick. Rosie is her name, and he catches her going down on her. You don't see anything, obviously, but what is it with movies making guys moan when nothing is going on with them? Like they're going at it and they're both moaning, and he's getting ready to go down on her. Why is he moaning? He's not getting any pleasure yet. I don't get it. Even some adult films do that. And all I can say is, if guys are moaning, they're about done. So, stop getting it wrong. Again, I could be wrong. I never had that, It can feel good, but if it's not, I don't know. If you're moaning, I don't know. But so then this is where he finds out from his grandpa that there's a doctor, Dr. Kelson, that could still be out there in the mainland. So he decides, okay, fuck you, Dad. I'm going to take Mom out to get her fixed. Because if you're going to fuck this other chick, bang this other chick, then I'm going to get Mom fixed. And it becomes they're trying to find him, and they do. And it's Ray Fiennes covered in red shit. And he diagnoses her as cancer. And I'm like, but she's cuckoo. How does... And he goes, it's gotten to her brain. I'm like, okay. I should have kept my mouth shut. Because I even said, how does cancer... And he goes, and it's gone into her brain. Okay, I should have waited. Yeah, okay. And so they're just going to shoot her. Right? This is after... there's another part in here you could have cut out, too. They find this Swedish soldier guy and start just perusing through the countryside, and they find an infected woman who's pregnant with the baby. Now, I really don't know where they're going with this baby, but the baby is not infected. So, the soldier guy wants to kill the baby. He killed the infected mother. Wants to kill the baby because the baby's infected. He's killed by a zombie. You're wrong. By a zombie. So he takes off, he finds the doctor, and they marvel at the fact that this baby's uninfected. Even though it came from an infected. And that's when he diagnoses the mother with cancer, and they euthanize her, and then he takes the baby back to the border and leaves the baby there with the dad. But the dad can't go back and get him because of a tide that's stopping him from going. But they said earlier that if you go out there and you don't come back, we're not going to send anyone after you. But they were going to let the dad go. I thought that was going to factor into it. And he took off. I'm like, well, the dad's not going to be able to go find him. But so the baby is with the dad, and the kid walks off, and he's attacked by some infected, but then he's saved by these group of tracksuit wearing zombie killers, one of which has a long blonde hair. It's Jack, what's his name? Not Jack Daniels. I'm no alcohol for you. God damn it. Tell me I typed in 20 days and I don't want to type it in again. Well, I think my phone was there. It's right there. Oh, still on Vicious. 8 days later. No! Not days later. Years later. There we go. Jack O'Connell. He's third credited in the cast, but we don't see him until the end of the movie. Jack O'Connell. He was the bad guy in Sinners. Forgot his name. Remick. He's the vampire in Sinners. So, Yeah, so they show up, they kill the zombies, and he goes, "Hello there, want to join us?" And then you see the cross around his neck, and that's where it hits you. He's the kid from the beginning. So my question is, why show us that opening with him at the beginning if he wasn't going to be important till the end of this movie? If anything, you should have started off the next movie with that flashback. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Like, instead of this, you just start with the main time, right? Then in the next one, you show the flashback that was at the beginning of this movie, and you can have it, he's telling the kid about how, of his experience with the beginning of the infection. Doesn't that make more sense? Right? I just don't get it. Most of the gore effects look pretty good. The zombies, there's like a couple big fat ones. I did not know what was going on with the pregnant one. She's making these noises. I'm like, what is she doing? And then I realized, oh, she's pregnant. I will tell you this: pregnant zombie chick handled better in this one than Dawn of the Dead. Sorry, Zack Snyder, love you, but this is handled better with the zombie baby in that one. That they actually did it where it's a human, but. Yeah. I like this. I think I liked it more than 28 weeks, but not as much as 28 days. So I'll give it a low pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. I just think, I don't know. I was already like not too excited about Bone Temple because it's just like, first of all, I thought it was a spin-off, but no, it's a direct sequel. Now we're gonna follow this Jimmy guy. His name is Jimmy, by the way. So, I don't know. I don't know. Again, why did we set up a character at the beginning of the movie? Why did we start the movie setting up a character we wouldn't see till the end of the movie? I genuinely thought for the whole movie it was Aaron Taylor Johnson, and we were gonna come back to that at some point, and we never did. And once they ditched Aaron Taylor Johnson, I'm like, wait. What about the opening? What was the point of that? And then we get to this guy. Oh, it wasn't him anyway. Okay. So yeah. So what are your thoughts on 28 years later? Leave a comment, something you should like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.